Yo everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a review and a demo of the new concealers which came out not too long ago from Colourpop, and they are called No Filter concealers, which is a great little name, I think. I don't know why I did that. It's a great name, yes. They did ask everybody on Twitter what they're for ideas and that kind of thing. I do really like it when Colourpop involve their customers in choosing the names of things, because it makes us feel really included, even though I didn't take part, so I don't even know why I'm commenting on that. Anyway, so these concealers are retailing at $6 each, which is a very good price. What the packaging looks like, it's quite simple and straightforward. And then this is what the actual concealer itself looks like. Comes in a nice clean and tidy plastic case with a white lid, and it's quite thick and chunky, and you can see the colour of the shade which you have purchased inside, so you can see where you are and how quickly you're going to finish it. Inside is a flat doe foot applicator, making it really easy to swipe under your eyes and any other areas on your face you may want to apply it. I personally really like it like this. Now altogether I picked up 3, mostly as I wasn't really sure about how or what colour to get. I mean, I know you can see swatches online, but they're never really as good as you may like them to be, even though I know Colourpop really do try hard by showing swatches on fair, medium and dark skin, but sometimes none of those shades or none of those skin tones actually match me. I'm like in between 3 of them or something weird like that. So I'm just looking on their website. What they did was they split them into shades like fair, light, medium, medium dark, and dark and deep dark. They are all sold out, by the way, but they will be restocking them very soon. So the ones that I got a medium 30, which is in the medium section, and then I got medium tan 35 and golden 40, which are in the medium dark section. So let me just show you those in the order in which I just gave them to you. See here, you can see them here. This first one here is medium, then middle one is medium tan, and then the one on the end is golden. They look very similar, but you can see slight differences in them. Now I have tried all 3 of them, and I definitely have my preferences. Now the fairest one, which was medium 30, is the one that I tend to like to use to highlight areas of my face. This will work well for just a normal concealer under the eyes, but also for highlighting as well. I found medium tan, the one in the middle, to be slightly a bit too orangey for me. I will still be able to use it, but by mixing it with other ones. And then golden was the perfect match for my exact skin tone. So let's say if I wanted to use it as some sort of foundation, I could. Or if I didn't want to brighten the under eye area by using a concealer, I could just use this to cover the dark circles under my eyes. So again, it's all down to personal preference. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly swatch them on my hand for you, and then I'm going to show you a demo. So golden, medium tan and medium. So you can see the differences in the colours. Now this first one that I showed you, which is medium 30, is described as a medium with warm undertones, which is recommended for medium skins. Then medium tan, the middle one, is a medium tan with warm skin tones, recommended for medium to dark skin. So maybe that's the reason why it doesn't fit me so good, because I'm more medium fair rather than medium dark. And then golden, the one on the end, is golden with warm skin tones, again recommended for medium to dark skin tones. So, and what happened is, as it started to dry, the colour has slightly changed. So I'm just going to show you again a close-up. Can you see how the colour has slightly changed? It's got a bit darker. So that's it with the colours. Now the actual quality of this is absolutely excellent. I love these. I give them a 10 out of 10. These are my new favourite, more affordable priced concealers that I'm definitely going to get more of. My favourite concealer at the moment, and it has been my favourite ever since I bought it, was the Tarte Shape Tape concealer, and the shade that I use is medium. It's got a slight brightening effect. It's not an exact match for my skin, but when it comes to concealing under your eyes, you do want it to look a little bit more bright and a little bit more lifted, rather than more sallow and it blending almost into your actual skin tone, because the under eye area is the bit which is also a little bit sunken in, because that's where your eyeballs sit, and that is where a lot of your darkness can sit as well, as you can see on my eyes. It is very soft and easy to apply. It's easy to blend. It does not crease, it does not budge, it does not move, it does not melt, it does not oxidize. It is got an almost a slight moussey texture. The texture of it actually reminds me slightly of the Urban Decay Naked Concealer, which was my favourite concealer before the Tarte Shape Tape came out. Now I do still love that one, it's just that at the moment the Tarte Shape Tape is my favourite. Just because of the way that it performs slightly better, I believe, than the Urban Decay Naked one. Now this one is definitely a full coverage concealer. You can definitely use it for foundation, for contouring and highlighting and all other things as well if you choose to do so. Obviously that'll be quite an expensive one to have to constantly replace this if you do that, but each to their own. It's very lightweight, it's quite creamy, it blurs the lines under your eyes as well, so I cannot recommend this highly enough. I think it's absolutely excellent. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to use all three of them just to show you different ways of how I apply my concealer under my eyes. It's just a demo. I mean, I'll probably change it up a lot as well. I've used this a few times. I've used them for different purposes just to so that I can do a proper and honest review, knowing that I have used it to its full capability. I've not used it as a foundation and I've not used it to contour because no, they're not really the right kind of colours to do that. First one I'm going to use is the shade Golden, and I'm going to use this to cover my under eye dark circles. So that is my under eye dark circles. I've gone on quite heavily because you can, it's very easy to blend and I love it. This shade is Medium Tan. And I've just used it to basically just add slightly to it. As you can see, the colours are quite similar, which is why it's a bit pointless using both of those to highlight, because they're not going to do that. What's going to do the highlighting is the lightest shade, which I have. What was it called again? Medium 30? Yeah, that's it, medium, the lightest one, which came under medium skin tone. And that's that one, and I'm going to use it to highlight the high points of my face. Voila, don't I look beautiful? And my makeup is done. Jokes. Okay, so now I'm going to blend it all out. As you can see, the highlighting shade is quite light, which is exactly what I want normally for my under eye area. So on other days, I will use that as opposed to using the other ones. So now I'm just going to take a damp beauty blender and blend everything out. And that's it. So now all you have to do is set those areas which you have placed the concealer on. I'm just using my Urban Decay Naked Skin Shapeshifter palette in the shade, which one's mine? Light Medium Shift. I've hit pan on the banana sort of shade because I use it a lot. And that is it. There's no moving. You saw how easily it blended into the skin. There's no snagging, there's no dragging. It feels nice and soft, blends in beautifully. I didn't go in overboard with the highlighting under the eyes because I am aware that this is a demo and not everybody would necessarily do the same way of highlighting under the eyes as I do. So I just wanted to show you how a normal under eye concealer would look and the kind of colours that you would use. Now if I wanted it a bit more bright, I would have gone in with the shade Medium, which I used to highlight the other high points of my face, and it's a little bit fairer and it would have looked a lot more obvious. At this point you can see it's very nicely blended into my foundation, so there's a nice seamless finish and not necessarily highlighted up. That's not what everybody tends to do, despite what you may see on Instagram and on YouTube all the time when people use like 10 times the lightest shade of concealer they have under their eyes. It looks really unnatural and unrealistic, and it's not representative of your everyday gal, if that makes sense. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to finish off the rest of my face